The Chechen mafia is one of the largest ethnic organized crime groups operating in the former Soviet Union next to established Russian mafia groups. Structure: while most Slavic and Caucasian gangsters in the Soviet era followed the thieves-in-law subculture, Chechens largely resisted this, instead preferring to use the tribal structure of the tip as well as the concept of an apk, the outlawed hero. There are relatively few Chechen thieves-in-law. In Moscow, the Moscow branch of the Chechen mafia, also known as the Obshchina or community, was founded by gangster Nikolai Suleimanov during the 1980s. Suleimanov operated a second-hand car business and made the bulk of his profits through tax evasion. The group later moved into extortion as capitalism penetrated the Soviet economy, and at this point Khozh Ahmed Nukhayev, at the time a university student and part of an underground student movement dedicated to Chechen independence, was brought in as an enforcer. The more ideological Nukhayev imposed an additional condition on businesses under his protection, which was that they must invite a Chechen into their workforce. Facilitating Chechen migration into Moscow would mean his organization became a formidable force in the underworld. Boris Berezovsky was one of the businessmen associated with the Chechens during this period. The Chechen reputation for violence was formidable, and before long they became the dominant crime group in Moscow. This brought them into conflict with the Slavic gangs, including the Solntsevskaya Bratva and the Wariklovskaya gang, who formed an alliance to oust the Chechens from the city. They were supported by the FSB, who were concerned at the growing links between organized crime and the Chechen separatist movement. Connections to Chechen separatism: Khozh Ahmed Nukhayev claimed that he started racketeering as a student to help raise funds for the Chechen nationalist cause. Indeed, over the course of his activities, Nukhayev became acquainted with Zakhardadev, who recognized his important role in Moscow's Chechen community and took him on as an unofficial aide, before helping him escape from prison in 1991. Nukhayev played a prominent role in the lead-up to the First Chechen War, participating in last-minute negotiations with the Russian government. He later fought in and was wounded in the Battle of Grizhi. After the war, Nukhayev continued to play a key role in Chechen politics and set up a holding company, the Caucasian Common Market, which aimed to bring prosperity to Chechnya by building an oil pipeline between Europe and Azerbaijan. But the Second Chechen War ended this initiative. In the chaos of war-torn Chechnya, many of the insurgent forces turned to criminality in order to raise funds. Kidnapping became a key business for both rebels and local bandits, including Abu Barov's Special Purpose Islamic Regiment. In one particularly notorious case, 4 British engineers were abducted and beheaded. Oil theft and smuggling also became a major source of income. During its brief period of independence, Chechnya quickly fell into anarchy, becoming a major hub for arms trafficking, mobsters using local banks to launder profits from criminal activities, and rival warlords, armed gangs, and Islamist terrorists all fighting each other for control. It was this atmosphere of lawlessness that exacerbated tensions with Russia and helped provide justification for the Second Chechen War. Connections to the Chechen government: under the rule of Ramzan Kadyrov, the criminalization of Chechnya has taken a somewhat different turn to the wartime chaos that preceded it. Government officials have been accused of embezzling billions in state funds from Moscow, turning Chechnya into something of a financial black hole, as well as demanding kickbacks for construction projects. The Kadyrovtsi are also believed to be responsible for a number of murders and attempted murders, some of them political as in the case of the Yamadev brothers, and some business-related, such as the attempted hit on banker German Gorbachev in London in 2012. In popular culture, in the 2008 film The Dark Knight, one of the Gotham City organized crime factions is represented by a figure known as the Chechen, portrayed by Richie Costa. The Chechen has at his command a pair of vicious dogs. The Chechen is later apparently killed on the orders of the Joker, who orders him to be cut up and fed to his own dogs. The dogs are later used by the Joker to attack Batman. A side plot of the Russian gangster film Brother revolves around a struggle between Chechen and Slavic mobsters over racketeering of a market. Several episodes of Brigada deal with the titular gang's dealings with Chechen militants and organized crime figures. In Eastern Promises, Chechen gangsters seek revenge for the killing of their associate in London. The Chechen mafia make an appearance in the Frederick Forsyth novel Icon. Chechen and Nigerian criminal figures make an appearance at the end of The Other Guys. In Turkish TV series Valley of the Wolves, Chechen mafia members seen in the valley. In The Drop, the Chechen mafia uses a series of Brooklyn bars to launder illegal money. See also, references. Further reading, Johanna Granville, Demokratizacja and Privatization, The Russian Kleptocracy and Rise of Organized Crime, in Demokratizacja, Volume 11, No. 3, 449 €457.